also. Okay, so the next concept is testing of hypothesis for a difference of means. All of you write down in your notebook. Put this highlighting: test of hypothesis for difference of means. Okay, large samples. Test of hypothesis for difference of means. Okay, for any test in decision theory, we generally follow these 6 steps. Okay, this is the default template. Okay, to test the hypothesis: null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis, level of significance, computation of critical values, test statistic, and a decision. Okay, so so how do we so what is this all about? Okay, so we may sometimes we may have to compare two samples. Okay, we may have to compare two samples or two populations. Okay, we may have to say whether there is no difference between these two populations, or there is a significant difference between these two populations, or one population characteristic is better than the other population characteristic. Okay, that means one is superior than the other one, or other one is inferior than the other one. Okay, so if you're to compare two population parameters. Okay, so if you are to compare two population parameters, so let us say mean. Okay, so there are two population. For first population will have one mean. What is that mean? mu1. Second population, it will have its own mean. Let us call it as mu2. Okay, so you may want to say that mu1 equal to mu2, or mu1 greater than mu2, or mu1 less than mu2. Or you may want to say that if there is a specific difference between mu1 and mu2, let us say mu1 minus mu2 equal to 10. Okay, and that difference you want to test: is it exactly 10, or is it more than 10, or less than 10, or not equal to 10? Okay, so whenever you want to compare two population characteristics, in particular if you want to compare two population means, okay, we for large samples we generally apply this test or difference of means. Okay, so what I mean to say that, okay, this null hypothesis would be there is a specific difference between two population means, let us say delta. Okay, this is your null hypothesis. Generally, I said always null hypothesis H0 contains equality symbol. If I say delta equal to 0, what do you mean by that? What I am trying to say? If I say delta equal to 0, that means what? mu1 minus mu2 equal to 0. That means to say that what? mu1 equal to mu2. That means what? There is no difference between two population means. Okay, so delta can be 0 or positive or any number also. So this is a general hypothesis, null hypothesis for difference of means. H1, it can be like this: mu1 minus mu2 not equal to delta in case of a two-tailed test. If delta is positive, what do you mean by that? Let us say mu1 minus mu2, if I say equal to 0.2, or mu1 minus mu2 equal to, so let us say some 5. So which one is higher?
mu1.
So in that case, I may test mu1 greater than mu2.
Then mu2.
Okay, so what is this test called? Right, one-tailed test, because greater than symbol is there. Suppose mu1 minus mu2, if I write minus 5, which one is bigger?
mu2.
mu2. That means to say that mu1
Less
less than mu2.
less than mu2.
What is this test called?
Left
Left one-tailed test. Is that okay? So depending on your delta, Okay, and the problem, either suitably you apply two tail test or right one tail test or left one tail test. Okay, right. Now level of significance we only have to choose, or that will be given in the problem. Okay, so choose level of significance, LOS. Okay, it's either, if it is not given in the problem, by default you choose it as 5%. If it is given in the problem, then whatever is given, whether it is 2% or 1% or 10%, you choose whatever is given. Okay, computation of critical values. If it is a right one tail test, what are right one tail test? Sorry, if it is two tail test, what are the critical values? Plus or minus?
Plus or minus
Z alpha by 2. Right one tail test, Z alpha. Left one tail test, minus Z alpha. Is it okay? Next, what is the test statistic for this? Test statistic we wrote like this: S star equal to. Okay, so test statistic depending on the kind of parameter. Here it is a single mean. If here it is a single mean, right?
Yes, sir.
Here it is a single mean. So this is X bar. Okay. 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 So that we are calling it as mu naught. Okay. So here in a similar way, how can we write here the test statistic? It will be, now instead of mu1 minus mu2, you will be having x1 bar minus x2 bar minus mu x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by sigma x1 bar minus x2 bar. Is it a natural way of writing this? Instead of single mean, you are having the difference of means. Can you see this? Instead of single mean, you are having the difference of means. Okay. Now, but this is equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar minus, and there is a real result saying that mu x1 bar minus x2 bar. This is what is mu x1 bar minus x2 bar? Can you please tell me? What is the meaning of this? Mean of x1 bar minus x2 bar. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Mean of sampling distribution of difference of means. What is the other name for mean? What is the other name for mean?
Average.
What is the other name for average?
Expectations.
So this is nothing but expectation of x1 bar minus x2 bar. And you know the properties of expectation. E of x1 bar minus x2 bar means nothing but E of x1 bar minus E of x2 bar. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
And E of x1 bar is nothing but mu x1 bar minus
Mu x2.
mu x2 bar. But what is mu x1 bar? Mu1. We have seen that expectation of the sampling distribution of sample mean is nothing but the population mean. E of x bar equal to mu. Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
So mu x1 bar is nothing but mu1 minus, what is mu x2 bar?
mu2
Mu2. But what is mu1 minus mu2?
h1
mu1 minus
delta.
mu2 is nothing but delta. Can you see that? Is that
Yes.
okay? So this
Yes.
whole thing is nothing but
Yes,
delta. So mean of sampling distribution of difference of sample means, okay, is nothing but a delta. If you want to, on some place in your notes, you can write down all this stuff. I will simply write here delta. Did you copy these steps?
Yes, sir.
Shall I clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, just a second, sir.
Okay. Shall I?
Yes, sir, you can, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, so this is delta divided by, and there is a result saying that standard deviation of the sampling distribution of difference of sample means is given by under root of sigma 1 square by n1 square plus, can you see that square, n1 square plus sigma 2 square by n2 square. What are, can you tell me what are sigma 1 and sigma 2? Sigma 1 is, sigma 1 square is population variance, first population variance. Sigma 2 square is second population variance. What is n1? Sample taken from the first population, its size. And n2 is the sample size which is taken from the second population. See, our whole aim is to compare two population means. Because you cannot study the whole population, you are taking one sample from first population, you are taking another sample from the second second population, and you are observing the sample, you are observing the characteristics of the sample, and from that you are trying to estimate the you are trying to make a conjecture about the populations. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now if this sigma 1 and sigma 2 are not given, then sample standard deviations will be given. In that case, replace sigma 1 with S1, which is the sample standard deviation, and replace S2 with the replace sigma 2 with S2. Okay, you write it as a note. Okay, so what is your decision? Your decision is reject H naught if modulus of S star greater than Z alpha by 2. In case of two-tailed test. Okay. In case of right one-tailed test, S greater than Z alpha, right one-tailed test. In case of left one-tailed test, S star must be less than minus Z alpha. Left one-tailed test. That's it. In the otherwise, you say do not reject. Otherwise, you say you do not reject the null hypothesis. Okay. So shall we do the problems now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now you just read the first problem. Okay, so in a random sample of 100 tube lights produced by company A, the mean lifetime of tube lights is 1190 hours with standard deviation of 90 hours. Also, in a random sample of 75 tube lights from company B, the mean lifetime is 1230 hours. And standard deviation is not given. It should be given, no? Standard deviation is not given. Let me read out. 1230 hours with standard deviation of 120 hours. Okay, please write down with standard deviation of SD 120 hours. Okay, so now the question is saying that is there any difference between mean lifetimes of the two brands of tube lights at a significant level 0.05 and 0.01? Let us say one is Wipro, other one is Philips. Okay, so from Wipro company 100 tube lights are taken and they tested, and the result says that their average life is 1190 hours with standard deviation of 90 hours. Let us say from Philips company 75 tube lights are taken as a sample, and their mean lifetime observed as 1230 hours with standard deviation of 120 hours. And you're asked to show test the hypothesis whether there is a significant difference between two companies, Wipro lights and Philips lights, at a 0.05 level of significance or 0.01 level of significance. Is it clear? So can you dig the data from this? So what is this 100 refers to?
N1, sir.
N1. What is this 75 refers to?
N2.
N2.
What is this 1190 refers to?
mu1. mu1, sir.
If it is mu1, then why to study the why to make the hypothesis?
X1.
See, how many this 1190 is the average of how many bulbs? 100 bulbs. Is this 100 population or sample?
Sample.
So sample's average is called sample mean, no?
Expectation.
X1 bar, or you may say XA bar. A refers to company A. Is that clear? And
Yes.
this 1230 refers to
XP bar.
XB bar with standard deviation of 120. Is this clear? And you're asked to tell whether there is a difference, significant difference between these two or not. Okay. And is this all about large sample or small sample? That is also, that information is also important. See the sample size. Sample size is more than 30. So it is a large sample test. So are we ready to test the hypothesis? Okay. So what is your test? How do you form the test? What is your what is your null hypothesis? We assume that there is no significant difference between two companies' bulbs. That means mu A minus mu B equal to 0. Okay, there is no significant difference. Against the alternate hypothesis, there is a significant difference. That means mu A minus mu B not equal to 0. Because I have written not equal to, what test I have to apply?
Two-tailed test.
Two-tail test. What is alpha given in the first part?
0.05.
0.05. for 0.05, what are the critical values? Let me explain once again some of the, because now later entry students also came. What are the critical values? Plus or minus Z alpha by 2. So just draw the rough diagram of an arm bell curve, and plus Z alpha by 2 will be here, minus Z alpha by 2 will be here. So make alpha into two parts. Alpha equal to 0.05 means alpha by 2 is 0.025, and this right half portion would be 0.5, left half portion would be 0.5, because total portion area is 1. So because it is symmetric about this middle line, so 0.5, 0.5. In the 0.5, this alpha by 2 refers right tail area. This area is going to be 0.025. Then what will be this this area?
0.5 minus
0.5 minus 0.25 minus 0.475. 475 means 4750. Am I right? So corresponding to 0.4750, I need to find out the Z value. So that we have to find out through the normal distribution table, I said. Where are these distribution tables? Normal distribution 0.4750 areas will be here. That area is nothing but the area from 0 to Z. This shaded part areas will be given here. Corresponding to Z, you have to find here 0.4750. Where should I see? 4750. See exactly here 4750.
1.9.
So 1.9. This is the first decimal. Second decimal you have to see at the row is at 1.96. 1.9 is left 1.96. Okay. So this is plus 1.96. Z alpha by 2 is 1.96 means plus or minus Z alpha by 2 means plus or minus 1.96. Is that okay? So that is about finding the critical values. Okay. So next one is about next one is about test statistic. Where is my cursor? Test statistic. Okay. So test statistic formula, actual formula is S star is equals to, okay, XA bar minus XB bar minus you instead of directly writing the formula, if you write like this, okay, it will be nice. Mu XA bar minus XB bar by sigma XA bar minus XB bar. Just by looking at this, the evaluator will simply know that you have the subject. Okay. So XA bar minus XB bar minus, now you write it as whatever the steps I wrote. Okay. So mu XA bar minus mu XB bar by this is nothing but root of sigma A square by N1. Is this N1 or N2? Let me. This is N1 only. Did I write N1 square?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, sir.
Correct. Please correct it. Sorry for the mistake. This is only N1. This is only N1 and N2. Okay. N1 and N2 only. Okay. So sigma A square by N1 plus sigma B square by N2. Now sigma A square, sigma B square is not given. Population standard deviations of A and B are not given. Only sample standard deviations are given. Okay, so this is nothing but XA bar minus XB bar minus mu A bar minus mu B bar. Okay, mu A bar minus mu B. See, there is no bar, mu A minus mu B divided by. Okay, this now actually I should not write equal to, because I'm replacing population standard deviation with the sample standard deviation. I should write S approximately equal to SA square by, okay, N1 plus SB square by N2. Now you simply substitute the values. What is the first sample mean?
1190.
1190.
1190 minus
1230.
Minus what is mu A bar, mu A minus mu B were supposing
0.
delta 0. Okay, na? So we are supposing mu A minus mu B is 0. Therefore 0 divided by under root of what is a variance it is given. Standard deviation is given. No, how much for the first sample?
90.
90 square by
100.
100.
120
Plus what is the
square
next
by
sample? Next
120 square by
120
75.
square by 75.
75.
That's it. You compute this value.
Minus 2.42.
Minus 2.42. Is it okay? Now compare. Now again, write a small diagram like this. And identify the location. Okay. So this is a critical value. You got it as minus 1.96, and you got it as plus 1.96, and so this is the area of rejection. And where is this minus 2.42 falling?
Left side of minus 1.96.
Left side of minus 1.96, minus 2.42. So it is falling in the critical region. Okay. Now what is your decision? 6 decision. Okay. Since
Reject H, no?
Since modulus of S star, okay, equal to is greater than Z alpha by 2. Modulus of S cap means 2.42 is greater than 1.96. Okay, reject H naught in favor of H1 at what level of significance? 5% level of significance. Is that okay? Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now let us see what happens if you change the level of significance. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to copy the same thing And instead of writing again, let me change the values. Now here now the level of significance is what in the previous problem, instead of 0.5, instead of 0.05, now if it is 0.01, what happens?
Z alpha by 2 is 2.57.
Please tell me.
2.575, sir. Z alpha by 2.
My pen not working. $2.575, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In that case, what will be your decision? It will be, so if it is alpha is 0.01, 0.01, you are telling 2.575. So what is this 2.575 then? 2.575, now where it is falling?
Left side of
Not writing. Okay, tell me. It is in between plus or minus Z alpha by 2, no? In this case.
yes, sir.
Okay, so now my pen is not working now. Right. Okay. Now it is minus 2.575. It is 2.575. This is Z alpha by 2 minus Z alpha by 2. Now minus 2.42 is here.
Right side of minus 2.
It is, instead of saying right side, you say in between. Since minus Z alpha by 2 less than S statistic less than Z alpha by 2. Now what is my condition now? What is my conclusion now?
Do not reject.
Do not reject. Do not reject H naught. Don't say in favor of. Simply you say do not reject. Books లో ఏమని ఉంటుంది?
Accept.
Accept అని ఉంటుంది. Okay. So do not reject H naught at what level of significance? 0.01 level of significance. Okay. So what is this? 0.00005 kada? 0.01. So 0.005. 2.575. This will be 0.4950. Right. Is this okay? So when you change the level of significance, your decision may change. Between these two, which decision is more reliable? And which decision you could think it is more reliable? Level of significance 1% means what? Confidence level is? What will be your confidence level? 99%. Previous decision is you took the decision with 95% confidence level only, right? Now see the see the sample means. Which mean is higher? Second, 1230 is higher, no? So so I can ask the same question in this way. Can I can say do you claim that, can we claim that company B bulb is superior than company bulb A? If I ask you to test that claim, then how do you test it? Okay, so let me write this. One more in the next page. Same question. If suppose if I ask like this, okay, is there any reason to? Is there any? Is there any? Is there any reason to believe that bulb produced by company B is superior than that of company B, company A? At at 0.01 level of significance or 0.05 level of significance. If I ask a question like this, then what test you will apply? Evidence is saying that 1230 hours, which is more than 1190. So if the question is asked like this, then how do you write the test? What will be my test?
Mu B greater than mu A.
Right one.
First one is what? Null hypothesis. Null hypothesis would be H naught. What is your H naught? I said null hypothesis always contains equality symbol, no? That means mu A minus mu B equal to 0. There is no difference. Okay. See, some disturbances is not in my hand. Please bear with me. So what could be the alternate hypothesis? Now I want to say that company B bulb is superior than company A. In other words, I mean to say that mu A less than mu B. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So instead of writing like this, I can write like this. There is no significant difference between the two bulbs. Or I can say that bulb A is inferior to bulb B. Then what test I'm going to apply? What symbol you are seeing here?
Left one tail test.
You are seeing a less than inequality, no? Therefore, you have to apply left one-tailed test. Okay. So in that case, what is your level of significance? Okay. So given 0.05. What are the critical value now? Two critical values or only one critical value?
One critical value.
One Z alpha.
Only Z alpha. Z alpha, na? You are applying left
Yes.
one-tailed test.
Minus
Minus
Z alpha.
Minus Z alpha. sorry, minus Z alpha only minus Z alpha. So what is this left side area? This is going to be 0.05. That means this area is going to be 0.45. So when I see this area, I have to see 0.4500. Where is 0.4500? It is exactly in between these two. That means I have to take the average of the corresponding Z values. This is 1.64.
4, 5.
So it is going to be 1.645 minus Z alpha is equal to minus Z alpha equal to minus 1.645. Okay, that's it. So this is minus 1.645. Now what is the test statistic is same whether you apply two tail test or left one tail test or right one tail test statistic does not going to change. Okay, test statistic. What is that value? Can you tell me? Just directly I will write down the value. S cap equal to mu a bar, sorry, xa bar minus xb bar minus delta. What is delta here? This is the delta. Okay, delta is 0 only. By because sigma is not given, I will write it as SCA square. SCA square by n1 plus SB square by n2. SB square by n2. Now substitute the values. What is the first one? 930. How much value?
1190.
1190 minus
1230.
1230 minus delta is 0 by, please tell me the values, standard deviations.
90 square by
90
100
square by 100
plus 120 square by 75
120 square by 70. Now compute this value.
minus 2.42.
Minus 2.42. Where is this 2.42? Is it falling in the critical region? This minus Z alpha is minus 1.645 and this test static is minus 2.42. Minus 2.42 is less than minus 1.645. So what is your decision? Okay. Since minus 2.42 less than minus 1.645, this implies that S star less than minus Z alpha critical value. This implies that. So what is your conclusion?
Reject H naught.
Reject H naught in favor of
H1
right, in favor of H1 at what level of significance?
5%.
Always tell at what level of significance you are rejecting or not rejecting, because your decision depends upon the level of significance only. Okay. That's it. So altogether your decision depends upon the kind of test you are applying. Your decision also depending upon the level of significance that you are applying, you are choosing. And all the remaining problems is just like this, either right tail test, left one tail test, two tail test. Okay, so get the data and I'll share the remaining problems with you. Okay, try these problems. Did you copy? Is this okay? Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So